Well, I'm filling that back in. I probed out another spot right here. It's just a shallow trash pit though. There's a lot of glass in here, but it's all broken and it looks like it's from the late 40s. Yeah, I just found about 75 broken bottles and not one intact. Just found a marble. Would have been a beautiful one, but it's actually broken in half. They were so poor they couldn't even throw a marble away unless it was broken. There's the first intact bottle. Completely worthless. But I do see a couple more sticking out here. They look like either bleach or beer. In either case, they're worthless. Interesting how they do look almost exactly the same. But one of them is a beer and one of them is a Clorox. And another beer. But I just found the top of a milk bottle. So there's at least a chance I could find a whole one. Well, nothing good yet, but I do see a painted label soda right here. Well, it just fell apart on me. Looks like a popped cola. Yep, sure is. Well, it's not too valuable and it probably would have lost its paint when I washed it anyway. This is just too modern. I'm gonna find something older. That is the spot where I dug a bunch of jars and threw them all back. But I have found another hole about 10 feet over. Hopefully this isn't one I already dug and forgot about. I was just about to give up because it's just not feeling quite right. Then I angle probed it over this way and about 4.5 feet down I hit rust. So I'm going to open this up and hopefully it's going to have some 1912 stuff at the bottom. Well, that's good luck, hopefully. One thing it definitely does mean is that it's pre-automotive age. So they still used horses to get into town. That means that this is going to be a 1900 to 1915 hole. There's a bottle. I'm starting to hit the glass layer. Oh, that doesn't look very old. But this piece that just came out ahead of it looks like a straight-sided Coke or something from at least 1920. I just took one giant scoop and threw it into the pile. And I got 3 cobalt blue bottles out of it. They're not embossed, but still they're worth something. Oh wait, there's a 4th one. What could have been in these? Whatever these blue bottles are, it sure was a very well liked product in this household. I'm scraping the bottom and I just exposed 3 bottles. Or in this case, a drinking glass. It's got the bottom broken out, but there's 2 more of those blue bottles. I'm just kicking them out with my feet now. There's just so many of those in here. Got at least 20 of them already. I got the blues. Too many of these, and just one of these came out. And of course it had to have the top broken off. That's considered a triangular poison. Would have been worth at least $20. These things are realistically only worth $2 each. Got another jar showing up. And it's a big half-gallon size. Hopefully it's not cracked. And I found this one about 10 minutes ago. And a bunch more of these blue ones. And a doorknob. And a bunch more of these. I'm almost finished and I just found a piece of a tooled top pharmacy bottle. And the first piece of a soda bottle. Early machine made. Let's see if I can find the other half. Oh my god, I just found the other half of the pharmacy bottle. It's embossed, but what does it say? Something or other Berg. Obviously, it's got to be from here. Laurinburg. I've never seen one of these before. Probably would have been worth about $45. Just pulled out one of these square masons, but this is one of the very earliest types of the square ones. It's probably from about 1938. Then I found an 8-ounce tooled top pharmacy way up high. That was kind of strange. And then this bottle, early machine made, no embossing. It turns out I found 38 of these blue bottles. So it makes perfect sense that this drugstore would say Blues Drugstore on it. Well, that was a pretty good one. I think I found at least $100 worth of stuff in there. And of course I probed along the back line and found another one 3 feet over. I'm going to start on it, but I'll have to come back tomorrow and get the rest of it because it's almost dark. Well, I got a little bit carried away. I dug the hole 4.5 feet deep. Can you even see anything? Finally, at the very bottom, I found a Hamlet Coke bottle. And it is a Christmas Coke. It's got the 1923 patent date on it. So I'm definitely coming back in the morning to finish this one. Alright, I'm back again. It might start raining soon. I got a very narrow hole going here, and it's about 4 feet, 5 inches deep. So I'm going to have to open it up about a foot that way. Well, I'm getting down there again, and I just exposed the top of a jar. It's probably not worth anything. Yeah, it's just a square one, and it's not even embossed. I found another square jar, but then I just pulled out a round one, and this one's embossed. It's a Dray. Some of these can turn purple. This one's probably going to be from the 20s though. But still, I probably could get $4.50 for it. And late 30s screw top whiskey flask. But the last thing out of the hole is a keeper. It's a White House vinegar cruet. Probably worth $10 or $12. Well, there's probably still a couple down there, but it's just tunneling so far, and it's such a late hole that I'm just gonna quit before I exhaust myself. I decided to cave those sides in a bit in case there was one more bottle, and I just knocked out a good bottle. Look at the star on that. That's a beautiful bottle right there that I almost left in the hole. Early machine made, very strong embossing to Coca-Cola. Got embossing on multiple places, and it's from Laurinburg. I've never seen one of these before either. It's probably a $40 or $50 bottle. Alright, I'm starting on the yard next to it now. Got a hole going, and there's definitely some bottles down at the 3-foot level. Well, I feel some bottles down there. There's a couple jars right there. Square mason jars. Not really happy about those, but there could be some milk bottles in there. Well, I didn't want to bore you with what I was finding in this hole. Just 6 mason jars. None of them were embossed. They're all worthless. Almost finished with the hole. Hopefully there'll be something good in there. Well, I found 12 of these unembossed jars. A lot of work for very little pay. I'm throwing all of these back. I only found one bottle worth $2 if I'm lucky. Alright, I just found another hole. It can't possibly be as bad as that last one. Starting to hit the bottles. And I'm finding the same kind of junk. A slick square mason. I just got a soda worked out of there. Oh, it's intact. It's kind of a common one, but still probably worth $5. It's the famous Big Boy. It's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Just worked out another bottle. Looks like a beer. That's odd. An aqua beer in a hole from the late 30s. Looks like about a 1917 bottle. Just yanked out a milk bottle. It's a painted label. It's worth a lot of money, but that paint's probably going to come off. I gotta try and preserve it somehow. The paint is going to be messed up on it. I sprayed it with clear lacquer, but most of it's coming off anyway. I just yanked a brick out of there, and right under it I see a Coke bottle. Looks to be in good shape. It is a Christmas Coke, and it's from Laurinburg. It's got a little chip on the bottom. Got a milk bottle sticking out here. Well, no, not quite. It's just a Borelli's, or Byerly's, whatever you call it. It's a dairy juice bottle. I got some kind of a soda bottle showing right there. It's another big boy. There's another soda showing up. Probably going to be the same stupid thing. Yep, sure is. Another big boy. Why can't I find some straight-sided Pepsis in this town? They had them. I've never even found a piece of one yet. Alright, I got one coming out. Looks like something different. Oh, it's a rock and rye. That's